Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your January the 2nd Spiritual Principles a Day in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. The meditation for today is entitled Unity Keeps Us Coming Back. When we walk into our first meeting and see addicts coming together in unity, the Spirit touches us even before the words get through. That's from Guiding Principles, Tradition 1, Spiritual Principles. That first meeting. Some of us arrive beaten down, asking for help. Others of us show up because we need that paper sign. Still others come to prove a point to someone else or to ourselves. Like maybe we don't need a program and showing up at a meeting will somehow prove that point. We enter not knowing what to expect and try to stay on the sidelines unnoticed. People are chatting, putting out literature, setting up the room, being together. Someone gives us a hug to be welcoming, not for any other reason. Culture shock. Our first tradition tells us that personal recovery depends on NA unity. We may not fully grasp this concept at first, but even so, unity takes hold of us. Somehow we sense that we just might belong here. We take up the suggestion we hear at every meeting. We keep coming back. Some of us return to hear more of what members shared or read. For others, the togetherness we witness gets us to that next meeting. We watch as members embrace and let go enough to accept the hugs we're offered. We sense that we are part of something greater than ourselves and our addiction. We let go just a little. Despite our initial skepticism and discomfort, the spirit of unity encourages us to stay. Later, we attend our first NA convention, where we experience the spirit on a much larger scale. We come together to celebrate recovery, and unity springs from our shared commitment to living clean. Truly, we have found a new way to live. In unity, we reach out to newcomers and show them how we recover together. Today, I will celebrate the spirit of unity that keeps me coming back by offering my support to a newer member. That's a beautiful meditation. I feel that at this stage of your recovery in mine, we probably are all giving back to some degree to the newer member. And granted, some of the newer members may actually have subscribed and are listening, but I would say probably the majority of us. We're working, we have lives that we're living. We want to make sure we get the meditation in, and we've incorporated this podcast as a part of that to hear it and then listen to some information that is being expounded upon within or about meditation. This ideal of our first meeting is so on point. Like, in my opinion, they didn't miss anything, because I can remember my first meeting and I can remember how uncomfortable I was. I can remember thinking in the back of my head, you're not an addict. Why are you even here? You don't use like they do. You use to have fun. They need the drug that they use. You're not Skid Row. You don't have tracks up your arm. I remember all of that going on in the back of my head the whole time I'm sitting there. And every now and then, one person's share might seep through. But initially, I was always looking at the differences and I was always trying to figure out, why did you even come? Now, fortunately for me, I was enjoying the fellowship after the meetings. I was enjoying going out for coffee, going out with a group of people to have something to eat. I was enjoying just coming a little bit early to the meeting and having a warm cup of coffee. I was enjoying going to some of the picnics and softball games and tournaments that had been established in this area where certain home groups were competing against other home groups, playing a game of softball. And that was one of the things that I enjoyed the most, was just being able to have a good time with a bunch of people. They could talk about whatever they want, but really, honestly, I wasn't so much into having any conversation. I was just really having a good time fellowship with other people. I like the unity, in other words. I like the unity that I saw before and after the meeting. And then I began to appreciate the unity within the meeting. Now, I want to say thank you to all my predecessors from in the early 90s, all of my predecessors that made my initial home group such a welcoming atmosphere. However, it's my job now. It's my opportunity to carry the torch. And guess what? It is also your opportunity to carry the torch. Today, I want for you to celebrate the spirit of unity that helped you to keep coming back. And I want you to do it in a manner that will support a newer member. These are hard times. These are times where fentanyl overdoses are off the record. They are so high. It is a given that someone today is going to come in contact with something that will be laced with fentanyl, and they will not wake up. They will not live past the first hit. It is almost a given. Today, I want you to do something that will be an attraction with the spirit of unity to the newer member and encourage them to keep coming back and to do that until it becomes rote for them, second nature. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. You've been in the flow of the stream, and I need for you to go out there and do something mighty. Make January 2nd the most beautiful day that you have lived thus far. Talk to you soon.